I love doing these every day, and I'm really grateful for all of you who are also on a journey of self-discovery. All right, I ask you each time to choose a stone that helps you, it feels good inside. It feels right. It feels right. That's it. The one your gut would have you choose. The one your intuition would have you choose. Okay, and we'll begin. I'll put the timestamps in the description box so you can find your pile of cards quickly. For those of you who chose this light gray stone, we have the Fool card, but it's reversed. We have the Four of Coins, and we have the Magician. You have two major arcana here. Wow. You are in an interesting time in your life. Now, the Fool is reversed. That doesn't negate the fact that the Fool is here. The Fool is a new beginning. It's, you know, the story of the Tarot is the Fool's journey. He begins. He has everything he needs in his pack. He has to step out in faith, and he does. He has hopefulness, maybe unrealistic sometimes, but he has hopefulness. But then again, the Fool comes back around and starts a new journey later on in life too. So, I mean, this is sometimes with realistic hopefulness and jumps out anyway. So it's good energy. It's energy from the universe helping you to have a new beginning, something new in some area of your life. Now it's reversed, meaning it's being held up a bit. And I think I know why. It's not, look at this, look at this. In the Fool's journey, he goes to the Magician next, who says, don't worry, you have everything you need. He tells him to open his pack. He's got his sword, that's intellect, that's inspiration. He's got the cup, that's emotional resources. He's got the coin, that's health and wealth, enough of that. He's got the rod, that's energy and purpose. Okay, and fire. So the Magician is saying, you've got everything you need. And on the diagonal, that is to, as it is above, so shall it be below. In other words, you have everything you need to bring your heavenly wishes into fruition. However, there is an issue. And that is a little bit of a concern about letting go of stability and security. And, you know, people shouldn't let go of all stability and all security. No, they shouldn't. But sometimes people are grasping it so carefully and so closely, especially when they've built up some things. Especially, see this king, he's not a young man. He has stuff, you know, he's built up some stability. He's built up some money. He's built up some health, perhaps some stability. And he doesn't like it to feel threatened. And right now, it might be feeling threatened by the energy of the Fool, actually, who is coming in to say, hey, there's a new beginning in this new area. Get excited. So it may be that there is a new beginning in some area of your life, but you're concerned that it could jeopardize some of what you've already built up. Now, the Magician is saying you have the power to manifest the result of this new beginning. It will be fine. You have the power. You know, that's what the Magician is saying. But it will be important maybe to let go a little bit and start something new. I swear, I think that's what I hear from Spirit all the time, is sometimes we're asking for so many things from Spirit and they want to help us. Oh boy, do they want to help us get the desires of our heart. They really, really do. But sometimes when we've built up our nest, we feathered our nest, we're cozy in there, you know, we're kind of in our rut and we're not wanting to get out. That's sometimes the most challenging time in life for Spirit to get us to welcome in a new change and a new beginning. No matter how many years we've asked for it, we may have trouble letting it in because we are so settled. So yeah, that's what this reading is about for you today. So I thank you. And oh gosh, the power of the universe is behind a nice new beginning in a new area for you. Okay. So for those of you who chose the red, the deep red, and I believe this is jasper, just a tumbled stone. Ooh, very nice. We have the Moon card. And so that's all about intuition. We have the Four of Wands and we have the Ace of Cups. Very, very nice. So my sense is this. that things are maybe a little murky for you. You know, you're walking by moonlight in some area of your life, and it could have to do with relationship, family, home environment kinds of things. And it's a little murky for you, but you're moving ahead based upon your intuition. And that's what you got to go based on. Because it looks to me like things are nice. You know, things are going to be nice. Spirit is offering you the cup of fulfillment here. Spirit is offering you a peak emotional experience. There may be an event coming up, a family gathering or a gathering of friends that you consider family. Something that improves, oh gosh, the sense of warmth in your home environment. Something like that. That may be coming up. There may be some things that you're not sure about how it's going to go, or how this improvement in the atmosphere in your group of people, or in your home is going to happen. Spirit is saying, don't worry, have faith. You know, your cup runneth over. Have faith. This is what's being offered to you. So I think this is quite a reassurance. If you in your gut know somehow that everything is, whatever change is coming up, whatever event, whatever anything's coming up, you just know it's going to be all right. Go with that. Go with that. That's what this is. And enjoy yourself. Lay down the worry, lay down the preoccupation. Okay, for those of you who chose the black stone, we've got the Page of Coins, we've got the 8 of Rods, and we have the Hermit. So this is wonderful. We have a major arcana. The Hermit is one of my favorites because the Hermit encourages us to spend a little time alone and commune with spirit, commune with our own spirits, connect with our own self, our higher self. You know, sometimes life goes by so fast that we really do lose connection with who we are. And you know, we could ask ourselves in that moment, what do I really want today? And just come up blank. You know what I mean? We don't even really know. We're just like, well, oh gosh, I gotta connect with myself, you know? So sometimes we do need that time apart to connect with ourselves, our emotions. And Spirit can give us a message during that time. The Hermit is a spiritual card. You know, the Hermit is a wise man. The Hermit is someone who communes with Spirit, doesn't need a lot of people in his life. You know, so the Hermit a lot of times comes up when Spirit has a message for us. If only we put ourselves apart for a little while and reflect, it would come. So if you've been longing, if you feel that longing, because maybe you've been busy with this eight of Rods, or you've had a lot on your mind, the purposes, goals, they've been on your mind, and they're moving forward. They're doing great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's been a waste of time for you to pursue different kinds of goals, because they're obviously going well with the attention you're giving them. But so there has to be that balance, right? And the Page of Coins suggests to me too that you've also picked up something that will give you a new sense of security. You know, it can be opportunity to make some money. It can be opportunity for better health, something that enhances your stability in some way. You've picked up some goal or some offer or some job or something that will help you. So that's nice too, isn't it? That we have all these indications that things are moving right along for you. You certainly can afford to take some time and really connect with yourself just to make sure that the goals that you are moving forward with are ones that will enhance your spiritual and emotional well-being. That's what we've got to make sure of, especially when we have wands and we have coins. We don't have cups in this reading. So, yeah. So I think that's what you're being called to do. For those of you who chose this little blue and white stone, we've got, the Judgment card. We've got the 6 of Wands, and we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. The Judgment card is giving you clarity. That's an angel there. Really, the imagery in this card, and a lot of these cards, you know, they do have Christian kinds of imagery, biblical kinds of imagery, just because that was the time and the culture in which they were created, you know, simply because of that. doesn't mean that they're Christian cards. But I do sometimes like to share what the imagery means for those who may not be familiar. The Judgment card. This is actually Judgment Day. This is actually, say, the rapture. This is when, in the biblical story, all of the dead shall rise, and these are glad and happy and are found worthy. They're taken to heaven. That's the story in that card. Of course, in Tarot, we don't need to go by the original meanings of the cards. We've kind of come up with a language for the cards that is very inclusive. But the thing is, I see that card sometimes and I think deemed worthy, especially when I see the Six of Wands here. And this is heaven telling you you're deemed worthy. This is people admiring you. You may not even be, people don't often say, I really admire this about you. Or, man, you really have it together in this area of your life. I wish I did. Or, people a lot of times don't take the risk to say the nice things they're thinking about other people. It feels like a risk. It's not. It just puts us in the flow of love, by the way, which is a wonderful place to be. We want to be in the river of love. That's being in spirit. But it's just something, people are usually kind of guarded about that. So I think this is saying, not only are you deemed worthy by the heavenly beings, but there are a lot of people who really give you credit, at least in their minds, for how well you've done and for how well you've overcome adversity. The Three of Swords is about old sources of heartache. And it's sort of like repeated, it gets bumped. It gets bumped. Sometimes that wound does, and it hurts again. Or you have an intrusive thought. A thought comes in about something that was a source of heartbreak for you, and you feel it again. That's what the Three of Swords are. So these cards are telling me that you have overcome adversity. And not only that, but the angels are pleased. And there are many people who admire you. They may not always say, but there are. So these are wonderful cards. Sometimes knowing that, sometimes I think the spirit and our loved ones on the other side, our angels, they really want to help us to understand how proud of us they are to help heal this, But then this card coming up is also a recognition of, hey, you've been through things. You've had to overcome some things to be so great. So there we go. Well, I thank you all so very much. These were wonderful readings today, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.